It's been about 3 years since Volvo stated its bold EV goal. By 2030, all of its products worldwide would be battery electric vehicles, BEVs. At the global reveal of the 2025.5 XC90, pictured here, sold in mild hybrid, MHEV, and plug-in hybrid, PHEV, versions, Volvo announced that internal combustion engines would still be part of the lineup come 2030 and beyond. Everybody made a lot of assumptions 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago, and that's changed, Volvo CEO Jim Rowan explained. The market's changed. EV subsidies taken away, trade tariffs come in and add on costs. 5 years ago you could import a car into the US from China for 2.5%. It went to 27.5%, it's now 102.5%. We saw the same thing happen in Europe. We saw a slowing demand for EVs. You can either look at all of that stuff and say I'm just going to do the same thing or I'm going to pivot. This is not to say Volvo will return to non-electrified power plants. In 2022, Volvo spun off its internal combustion development and production to a new company called Oribe, a joint venture with Chinese automaker Geely, Volvo's majority stockholder. Oribe now supplies the engines for Volvo's mild hybrid, MHEV, and plug-in hybrid, PHEV, models, and a new design internal combustion engine is unlikely. While internal combustion vehicles will now likely remain in the Volvo lineup beyond the end of the decade, Volvo says that by 2030, 90 to 100% of the cars it sells will have a plug, a figure that includes both BEVs and PHEVs. Improvements to battery technology developed for pure EVs should improve PHEV range as well. While some buyers opt for PHEVs because they are the most powerful variant in a given Volvo model line, see the T8 versions, Volvo says that over 50% of the miles its PHEV owners drive are powered by electricity. Rowan explained that the pace of electrification has been slower than expected, and for various reasons. We're making these assumptions 5 years ago that the market was going to move at a certain speed, he said. Some markets have. Norway is 85%, somewhere in that region. Ed. Note, market share of EVs in Norway has now passed 90%, west coast of the US is pretty good. Northern Europe's pretty good. Southern Europe is slow. The interior of the US is slow. The provinces of China are really slow. The bottom line is when you are in these big transitions, it's very difficult, unless you are pragmatic about the approach, to get it right. Rowan emphasized that while the timeline has changed, Volvo's commitment to the electric transition has not. I still believe in electrification, he said. I still think electrification is a much better propulsion system than internal combustion, and for various reasons. A good internal combustion engine is probably 35% efficient at best.